Finally found. I was looking for. Dee 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 doki doki. How dare you? I won't be able to eat any because I'll be too busy voice acting. And now you're stealing them. When I am defenseless and incapable of eating them.
That's fine, hindi masarap.
Oh, I wonder if that was an actual. Anyway, here we go. Let us continue.
Okay.
This game is not suitable for children and those who are easily disturbed. I wonder if anyone ever pays attention to that. How much more foreshadowing can you get than that? Doki doki! Sayori plays with her bangs to try to hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Ah, you're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with sharing our poems. And Sayori, your forehead. She's fine, don't worry about. I was playing with a crayon to smack my forehead into the shell. I tried to cover for you, you shit. Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? Uh-huh, I have it right.
Sige lang.
Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all of the stuff!
Anong date ngayon? 17?
17. Calm down, Sayori. How's the recording, actually? Might as well check. Just to make sure. Alright, we're fine, we're fine. Music's a little too loud, is it? Yeah, still don't feel like it. Maybe I'll change next episode. Oh, especially when we get to Act 2. Calm down, Sayori.
Pang ilang nagaraya mo na to? Last week?
I think there's still one more, but yeah. I have it all right
Kasi
here.
tingnan mo yung expiration. Expired na.
Oh, so that's why.
Kaya nga sabi ko, di ba iba lasa?
Yeah, I thought
Ano, May 7, 2022.
you brought expired shit.
Kaya nga, pwede ko pag reklamo sa Pure Gold.
You brought from Pure Gold? I thought you brought from Walter.
Hindi, kasi bumili kami ng cake sa Red Ribbon. Ando naman.
Well,
Ayaw naman ng pera dito.
well, I'm not sick yet.
Hindi, okay lang naman yan kasi may pa din naman eh. Still May. Hindi naman siya 1 year na expired.
I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work,
Kaya ko
Remix.
sabi ko, ang pangit iba yung lasa.
Yeah, I noticed too, but I didn't bother because I thought I was just being an idiot. Well, Sayori, I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it an adventure. Sure, that, whatever. Okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the poster tonight. Me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? Guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Who first?
The leader first. Mwaka.
Not that we needed confirmation, but it helps. Besides, hers is my favorite. Hi again, Remix. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I'll give my poem to Monica. Alright, it's pretty good. It makes me think of something Sayori. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time.
After natin mag-audis ulit.
And you can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh no, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well,
Gusto ko
alright.
nga, baka pumunta kami Pure Gold bukas. Ay, Pure Gold.
But anyway,
Watermark.
you want to read my poem now?
Nagaraya. Ano pa? Honey.
I guess. Skyflakes.
Skyflakes.
Onions and chives flavor.
Oh, nga
Plus,
pala, no? Wala pala palang skyflakes. Ano pa?
but I forgot vanilla skyflakes taste so boring. Feels like adventurous food, and even then adventurous food would probably be a lot tastier than that since they probably bring salt.
Stick pala ni Jess. Stick ni Jess.
Maybe it's because I'm the one doing the reading, but you're surprisingly doing well so far, keeping up.
Sige na, no?
I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Monica's poems are a bit of a visual experience, though, as Save me. The colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Red, green, and blue are the three colors used in computer screens. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing. I didn't know you played Puyo Puyo. Yeah, shout out to the people who understood the reference. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust.
Vinyl.
An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Kinky. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. Oh, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see.
Chicken nuggets.
It's still hard to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. As usual, though, Mom keeps getting distracted. I can't believe I almost finished this entire set of Nagaraya. I wonder if the other Nagarayas I ate were expired as well. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's a good idea, Monica. I am going to save my game. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Right now.
Pataas na lang yung pagkakasunod-sunod mo.
Yuri first?
Yeah. Kanila mo natin si Sayori.
Ah, is it my turn? Let's see how it compares to yesterday's. I see. It's a bit different. I respect you for trying different things, Remix. Were you inspired by Natsuki's poem? Or Sayori's, perhaps? Well, I guess you could say that. I thought so. I am happy for you. You don't need to find inspiration in my poems. I write them for myself, not for anyone else. Sounds what's the word for it? Lonely? There you go, that's the word.
Jealousy.
Sounds lonely. Only writing for yourself. So I don't really need for people to like them or anything. Me personally, I write a diary, but I'm not too worried if other people can see them. If I write about me committing a murder, who gives a crap? That's why I'll never do it. So I don't really need people to like them or anything. Yuri! Eh? I'm sorry for being blunt, but you're overthinking this a little. Just because our styles are different doesn't mean I dislike your poems. In fact, if I tried to do something in your style, I'd probably just do a terrible job. Lol, no. I see. I'm sorry. My stupid mind, it likes to do that sometimes. Anyway, you don't need to be afraid to be a little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings and write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your reader to see into your mind. Bold of you to assume I can write what I see. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. That's a certainly interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. That's sort of what we're supposed to do. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The
naman magbasa.
raccoon. Sure.
The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scattering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread.
The screen
My
too bright.
subconscious aware of the consequences.
Can I lower it?
Lower na yan ah.
No.
Okay na yan. Well aware
Well, I think it's
that
too
the
bright.
raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its face and reflects that much more light of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian conditioning.
Pavlovian,
Pavlovian
I mean. Sorry.
Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread and I feed myself again.
Are you unaware of Pavlovian
No.
conditioning?
No.
Come on, it's what you do as a parent.
Ano yan?
You know, feed them something after it's what you do to teach pets how to do things, you know? Tell a
Adjust.
dog to sit. If the dog sits, you give it food. Over time, the dog will realize whenever it hears the word sit, it should do that so it gets food. Also known as positive conditioning, as opposed to reinforcement. Positive reinforcement as opposed to negative reinforcement, where you punish someone for doing something wrong.
Okay, araw-araw mo charge yan? Or every 3 days?
Yeah, araw-araw, because
Sisira yan.
nah, like after just one day, one night of use, it's already like
Given
dim.
na.
Yeah. And that's not even counting the times where I forget to turn it off before I go to bed.
Kaya bukas siya up to the morning.
No, I always turn it off before I go to bed. As long as, not always, I guess.
Okay.
Also, yeah, you know, you and I, we really are mostly the same. We both have terrible voices.
Tapos na ba magbasa si Mami?
Yeah.
Hindi pa.
The only difference is that unlike you, I actually practiced my voice, you know, singing lessons. So I know a little bit about at least trying to make my voice sound somewhat decent. You though, you just sound terrible.
Ano ka ba? Nag-sing voice lesson?
No.
Si Kuya lang?
Yeah.
Ano yung inaral mo doon? Di ba inaral ka doon?
He taught me some vocal exercises and stuff.
Hindi. Di ba in-enroll din kita dun sa Robinson?
Ah, piano.
Piano.
It's been a while since I
Alam
booted
mo
up
pa
the
yun?
piano, lol.
Ba't di ka mag-practice dyan? Sa organ?
I wonder why. It's not like there's a fucking thing plugged in there that's supposed to keep bugs out or something.
Hindi ka tanggalin mo, syempre.
Also, I don't have a chair.
Ay, ang dami chair. Isa na. Wala pala.
That sofa doesn't count. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
Huh?
Gosh, we're always dilly-dallying. How long have we been? We got time still. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's
Wala pa lang natin.
my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Can you imagine what the poem was
No.
about? Oh, you'll find out soon enough anyway. What are you doing now?
Lang. Sige lang.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. You know what you do with a canvas? You make drawings, not writing. Anyway, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Basically the poem is about guilty pleasures. You should have some of your own. But because they're embarrassing. And people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Remix? Apart from masturbation, not really. I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. Have you seen my fetishes? Hello, fat fetish artist. Even if it's difficult sometimes and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now. Yeah, I always say you gotta be a weirdo in order for you to enjoy being an artist. Just speaking from my own experience,
So, yan.
normies don't think the same way people that write or make drawings or make animations do. But I'm glad that you're a good listener. Otherwise, what? Animations and stories wouldn't be as crazy and kooky. Anyway, Natsuki. Time for my favorite poem that she's written. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one. But I can't really say it's any better either. Huh? Ew, what? Oh, well, anything that isn't a train wreck will take as a win. I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Hey, maybe that was a compliment? Aha! Glad to see someone recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you will be as good as me someday. That's... Something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. That wasn't flattery. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so Fluffy spent so much time with someone like you. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. That's a little unnecessary. But think of it this way, if it weren't for me, she would probably just fly away, like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Do you want to read it?
Sige, ikaw lang. Sa'yo rin naman.
Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. That's why I gave Amy such a high presence score. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. But if her friend starts liking spiders too, that's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps them private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone.
Grabe naman si Natsuki.
Yeah, that's why Sophie Dell is the way she is. And that's, which is why it's fitting. You can see the references to Amy and Arachna to the poem now, right?
Yeah.
As well as her relationship with everyone else, all the other characters in that arc, like Sophie Dell and how she was the one that gave the name, considering their hate relationship with each other. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Everyone's is a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. That helps people realize how stupid they're being. You know, you and Yuri's poem were kind of similar, weren't they? Aren't they?
Yeah.
Like anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks my... That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out that they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Can you believe back then men weren't allowed to watch anime like Sailor Moon? Those were terrible times. Now I can watch all the girly shows I like. I still won't watch Barbie though. No way. Who cares what people like as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Oh, that's funny. Yuri wrote about something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. People shouldn't make each other feel insecure about those things, because we all have them. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, so I wouldn't doubt that she has some weird hobbies. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Ew. Your idea of a weird hobby is reading manga, which isn't weird because people do that all the time. It's not like I would judge her or anything, Mabaka. Natsuki has trouble finding words. Oh, you're suffocating my leg. I guess I should try not to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviors and stuff, what the hell was that sound? I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she's learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is really different, I'm sure she'll appreciate the message in your poem. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. Yeah, I hate poems that are just needlessly angsty. Like, bruh, no one needs to know that you're such an edgelord. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. There's a reason my poems that were like that are long gone in the trash now. Right, last but not least, Sayori. Remix, I really love your poems. I can't believe you've been hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki? Well, I guess Natsuki's the least likely to admit how much she likes something. I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Suave. Oh, Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean that you're really an expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about that. So yeah. I guess what I'm saying is that I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have that kind of weird connection. It's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. She's trying to approach you. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? Like that Sayori said. I'm not a kid, you know. You sure about that? Maybe. Sarah starts fiddling with her pencil between her hands. Hey, Remix, will you give me your poem? I kinda wanna keep it. Huh? Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? I don't, whatever. I broke my pencil. Sayori hastily bends down to pick up the piece she dropped. Wow, how strong can you be? Being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine, it's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk behind her to support herself. He's shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah. Grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Jeez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. You said you'd read this one?
Bottles. I pop up my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's the secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all of the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles all in a row.
Yes,
My
like orange
collection.
jewel.
Huh? My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friend feels a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies, digging and digging, scrapping and scrapping, scraping and scraping.
If it were double P, it would be scrapping, but this is scraping. They're two different words, pronounced in different ways.
I blow dust off my bottle cups. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and in come my friends, and they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other. holding them up, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let
I
one
close my eyes.
every time I close my eyes,
Sorry.
I wake up feeling
I am
so-
not sorry, actually.
I let one go, it shatters against the
Time.
tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something. But all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head.
Nice. Holy crap. Sayori, did you really write this?
Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever?
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you.
Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently.
I see that. It's almost kind of creepy.
Creepy?
Well, not exactly. More like depressing. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. It's the happiest people that usually hide the darkest things, don't you know? I'm thinking too hard about it.
Yeah, like mommy, I'm the happiest person in the video and camera. But I always cry
No,
in the K-drama.
if you're describing it yourself, it's less genuine. It has to come from someone else.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you just say, "Oh, I'm actually happy all the time," I may look happy all the time, but deep down, I'm really depressed. Like, no one's gonna take you seriously if you say that.
Hindi ka naman sinasabi.
You just did, though.
Aw, thanks.
Anyway, if you couldn't tell from from that poem and the previous one, Sayori is very clearly suffering from a psychological symptom. You must be familiar with it. Or I'm very familiar with it. Wow.
Tanggalin mo lang ganun. Wow.
Because I'm just laughing for when the time finally comes.
Bakit burado na agad,
I
Jay?
know, right?
Ang pangit na
Journal
gawin.
asked about them too. How did that happen, man? This keyboard supposed to be, this laptop supposed to be a gaming laptop, and yet here it is.
Kaya nga. Ang pangit. Dapat talaga, di ba binilang ko yan ng takip? Para doon ka pumipindot.
No.
O yun yung binilang ko. Asan na yun yung binili ko? Na parang rubber.
I feel like I was meant to express myself this way.
Either way, the damage already been done.
It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better.
Siguro saan natin to? Resident Evil. Yun
Yeah,
parating
oil
kasi.
maybe. Journal said acid. Because I
Yeah.
eat food sometimes or something maybe. Now, the Z and W, the W key has been like that even before we started playing. You just somehow happen to notice now.
Hindi pa atin pa siya to.
I don't actually look at the keyboard when writing though, so I can type even if there were no letters and symbols there just fine. Can you do that?
No?
Writing is
Doon
like
hindi pa
magic.
burado mga letters.
Yeah, safe to say that thing is way better than this keyboard.
Writing is like magic.
You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up.
Yeah. Writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die.
Don't get ahead of yourself. Arisal always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. Seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. She has them closed right now though, so how can you see it? Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come and sit at the front of the room.
Is this about the festival?
Well, sort of. Ooh.
Ugh. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days.
Nasave mo na yan?
We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members.
That's a concern of mine as well.
I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much for more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters and I've decided some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing?
Monica?
Yeah, we're going to be having a poetry performance. Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sayori, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Eh? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea. I didn't sign up for this, you know. There is no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that.
I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear.
Guys,
No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I'd kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event, I really can't handle the brightness anymore.
Okay.
If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it'll inspire the others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about.
yeah. It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun.
That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Daria looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree! I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit.
Well, maybe, but...
Looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left.
Oh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Alright!
Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice.
Ah, that's everyone. You're the best, Yuri.
This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh, you'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other.
No way!
Monica! This is too sudden.
Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers?
Oh no.
Don't worry.
I'll start off to help everyone feel a little more comfortable.
Can I go next?
Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to the specific poem she has in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Unfortunately, due to copyright, we cannot actually recite this poem in anything else other than by name. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before? She's simply a natural. I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. How boring. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles.
That was so good, Monica.
Tell, no show.
Thank you very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori?
I'll go next.
Wow, Yuri's fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quickly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances at each of us.
You can do it, Yuri!
It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Again, copyright. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Contemporary poems, am I right? Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. But she's suddenly putting in so much effort. As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns, and it's structured that she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her pad. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered, even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterward, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. Not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count.
Okay, I guess I'm next then.
Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium.
This one's called My Meadow. Sorry I giggled.
Sayori, please.
It's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily?
Try not to think of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror, or in your own head. Imagine the audience are all in their underwear, or something. I don't get how that fucking shit's supposed to help, man. I've already sang songs in front of an audience before. Thinking about them not existing doesn't help. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud.
I did it!
Good job, Sayori.
Yay, even Remix liked it. I guess that's a good sign, Tilda.
What does that even mean?
It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do in front of everyone. Then next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know.
It's in 2 days.
Okay. Now who's next?
That's the last one.
You're still us.
Don't make me
Yeah,
go
Remix.
before Remix. Not like I can compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Remix lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki.
It's fine. I might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection of what to read. I'll just have to go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else.
Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though.
Yeah, maybe.
Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki.
Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium.
The poem is called... Why are you all looking at me?
Because you're presenting.
Anyway, the poem is called Jump.
I just wanna jump. Natsuki takes a breath.
Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. I know that song wasn't made before this game came out. I can't help but make a reference now. I want to play Artea now. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. Words feel like they bounce up and down, as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finished and everyone applauds. We are gonna thank our ancestors. She hops back to her seat.
That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again.
Well, you're gonna have to do it again.
You at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting.
Jeez. I should probably find some other poem to recite instead.
That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy.
Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone.
I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try to write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait.
I can do this. I can do this. Oh, what the hell. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. It's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori?
Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it?
Jeez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it.
It must be a little nice, though.
Well, how am I supposed to respond to that?
It's okay, Remix, you don't have to say it.
Whatever, let's go already. I walk with Sayori home once more. Other way around. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. Today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori.
Sorry, I was spacing out.
No wonder.
I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to...
Sayori fumbles with her words.
So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you.
Aw,
Nagsiselos na siya.
What would you do?
what kind of question is that? You're kind of putting me on the spot here.
Ako sasagot.
Yes, you're the one playing.
I would still walk home with Sayori, syempre.
Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? Insert meme here. Insert fitting meme here.
But she's so beautiful and smart.
Jeez. I already see her in the club every day. Besides, you always seem to really like going home together. I wouldn't have just ruined that for you.
You're so silly, Remix. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it, so...
Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes.
Sorry.
Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen?
Yeah.
Conversation trails off. It's kind of a weird thing for Sayori to care so much about. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Though in a different universe when we did go the Yuri route instead of Sayori. I hope.
Yeah.
Then again, the festival's only a few days away. Who knows what'll happen in that time?
Bukas yan, save na natin. Lilinis na si Mami.
Maybe. And we could still continue for now.
Uy, sabi ko, magkaan pa muna ako mamimili.
Yeah? I'm
Sinave
just
mo na
saving.
kasi.
I'm just saving just
Kay
in
Sayori
case.
tayo, di ba?
Yeah?
Loud. Rose. Love. Wow, perfect mo si Mami, Party. Charm.
Smile. Sweet. Sister. Sadistic. Surprise. Sadist. Let's go for one more, and then we'll be fine. We can skip the rest.
Awesome.
Why do you keep pronouncing awesome like that?
Ano ba dapat?
Awesome.
Awesome nga.
Awesome.
Ano ba sabi ni Mami?
Awesome. Awesome. It's awesome. The
Awesome.
W is silent as well as the E.
Awesome. Not awesome. Si
Anyway.
Mami, awesome. Dapat awesome lang. Ha? Okay. Hindi si Mami. Magugupit pa muna kasi ako po eh. Ay, hindi pa tayo tapos?
Oh man. Oh man indeed, Monica. I want to play a little longer.
What ay na tayo ah?
51 minutes according to the recording.
Ha? Sino yan? Nililis pa si Mami.
Fine, fine. You're the boss.
Ayusin mo yan ha? Magugupit lang ako po. Ayusin mo yung mga kapal.
Yes, yes. Oh, what will I make my thumbnail? Side stories are stories of friendship that are unrelated to the events of the main game. To get all 6 side stories, try writing poems for different characters and viewing their special scenes in DDLC. Interesting. So, everything is unlockable just in Act 1. Interesting. Well, I probably won't be able to unlock them all in the first playthrough. I'll probably have to replay through the game on my own to get all the extra stuff and experience them myself. Huh? Anna? I have no idea what Mommy just said. Trust, understanding, and respect. More backstory for Monica. Which is nice, but like I said, I already read fanfictions that gave her similar backstories anyway. And most of these backstories were already freaking in the subtext and stuff anyway already of the original game. And all that crap. They didn't need to be fleshed out. They're not important to the themes and the main objectives that the game is trying to achieve, but whatever. It's fan service. How do I unlock more wallpapers? Why are there so many CGs? Were there really this many CGs? I'm trying to remember all the CGs in the game. Secrets. Sketches. What? Look at that. Sketch of Sayori's second CG, cut out and aligned with the angle of the background because the backgrounds were first rendered in 3D. Some fine adjustments were required to make sure the 2D drawing of the character fits seamlessly with the perspective of the scene. Nice. There's a whole lot of behind the scenes stuff we can unlock, I guess. Those are always cool, I guess. People like that kind of stuff. Let's listen to some music. Let's listen to Candy Hearts this time. Sounds like a pop music based on the title. Nope, it's melodic.
Hey, there it is. Promo. I wonder if the promo includes the drawing I really like that I have. Initial design. Acquisition procedure. I guess you can these are easy enough to unlock. Just play through the game. You could probably speedrun it. Anyway, that's about it. That's about as much as I can pad to make this video as close to 1 hour as possible. I'm out of stuff to say and do though, so see ya.